Artists, storytellers, beatmakers, these are the latest news, deals, and free plugins from the music production world. Multiple free plugins in this episode, so watch until the end. Well, it's that time again. Native Instruments has announced Komplete 15, and if you pre-order it now, you'll get iZotope's Neutron 4 for free. There are some big updates to the collection, so let's go through the most interesting stuff and see if the updates are worth the purchase. First is the announcement of Kontakt 8, and I think this is going to be the biggest, coolest update. In Kontakt 8, they're adding chords and phrases tools. This sounds like an evolution of what we've seen in Komplete Control. These are features that help you build progressions, I'm guessing. Now here's the thing. They've been adding more Komplete Control features in Kontakt. Could they be slowly phasing out Komplete Control? You'll actually notice in the screenshot that the presets are listed on the left, which resembles Komplete Control. Kontakt 8 is also going to include Leap, which is going to be a looping tool. And from their website, it looks like there will be sound packs available for Leap, and all three versions of Komplete 15 will come with 12 packs. They've also mentioned Conflux, a new instrument with wavetables and organic sounds, and this is for cinematic sounds. Next, they're adding new instruments to Komplete 15, including Kithara for cinematic guitars and string instruments, Action Woodwinds, which will provide pre-recorded woodwind phrases for film music. Of course, they will also start tying in the individual instruments we've been seeing them release in the past 2 years. Fables, valves, Alicia's electric keys, upright bass, scene saffron. Of course, that's dependent on which Komplete version you get, standard, ultimate, or collector's edition. But check it out. The smallest version of Komplete 15, Select, will now be offered in 3 styles: beats, band, and electronic. I think this is a good idea because you get to choose what kind of instruments you want in that collection. Remember, Komplete Select is kind of the entry bundle into Komplete 15. Also, not much extra info on the iZotope and Plugin Alliance stuff to be added. That was the big announcement in the last Komplete 14. All right, the last thing you need to remember is that if you are definitely getting Komplete 15, pre-ordering it now will give you iZotope's Neutron 4 for free. That's the full version of Neutron, usually $249. I'll add links to Komplete 15 below so you can see everything they've announced and compare the bundles. And hey, what do you think? Did they do enough for Komplete 15? Is there something you wish they would have improved? Comment below. Question of the week. Is there another instrument bundle that you think competes with Native Instruments Komplete 15? Maybe something from East West, Arturia, UVI. What other bundle do you think is the best competitor to Komplete? Comment below. All right, up next, I've got a freebie for you, the first freebie in this episode. Remember some months ago, I talked about Triaz, a drum pattern instrument from Wave Alchemy? Well, they've just launched a free version called Triaz Player. It's a scaled down version of Triaz, but you can still build patterns with it, and they're including 4,000 samples. Yeah, so if you haven't tried Triaz, go get this, and here's why. They've started to release new packs for Triaz, and those packs will work with the Triaz Player that's free. So I guess it's a way to keep expanding on the drum sounds and patterns that you can create with Triaz. I think this is definitely worth checking out because I really loved what they did with the original Triaz. The first pack is called Drift, and it includes hip-hop, R&B, and lo-fi style content. Here's what I suggest. If you don't already have Triaz, download this free version. I'll link it below, and then try making some beats with it. And if you love it, check out the Drift expansion. I really want them to keep making expansions because I think that's what was missing from XLN Audio's XO plugin. Not enough expansions once we bought it. So I hope Wave Alchemy does it better. IK Multimedia has updated T-Rax to version 6, and they've added some new features including a new modules manager, GUI improvements, and 8 new modules including Master Match X, which analyzes an existing song and lets you match the EQ, balance, compression, and limiting. They've also added a channel strip, Bass 1 for low-end processing, Lo-Fi Punch for harmonics, Spring Reverb, delay, and more. For those of you new to T-Rax, it's a suite of mixing and mastering plugins and software. I remember using T-Rax all the way back in the early 2000s. It's been around for a long time. The new suite now has 60 processors, and they also have a free trial, so you can download that as well. Link is below. Hey, if this video is interesting or useful, can you help me out by hitting the subscribe button? It's totally free and it would help me reach my 1 million subscriber goal. We're at 483,000 right now, and every click of the subscribe button helps me bring more content and value to you. So there's been some disappointment recently on the new keyboard controllers from Arturia Innovation. Some people were expecting more. If you haven't checked them out yet, watch my latest reviews of the Keylab Mark III and the Launchkey Mark IV. I share all the new features, the pros, and yes, the cons as well. You can watch them right here. If you've been a fan of the Sony MDR7506 headphones, you might want to check out their latest studio headphones. If you can believe it, the new MDR M1 headphones are only the third studio headphones Sony has made. They did a good job with the price point for them. They're right in the middle of the 7506s, which are truly budget headphones, and their spatial headphones, the MV1s. The new M1s are closed-back headphones made for mixing and tracking. They have a 40mm driver with a frequency response from 5 Hz to 80 kHz. I'm going to be testing them soon, and I'll let you know what I think. There's a new vocal tuning plugin, and it's from a new company called Tuned Plugins. These are the same people that brought you Safari Pedals plugins. Now, I'm always happy when someone else makes an auto-tune plugin because it brings more competition to the market. This plugin, called Vocal Tune, gives you some of the typical controls and also lets you choose between a transparent, more natural tone versus a modern, more stylized auto-tune sound. But otherwise, it's fairly similar and as effective as others. If you've been looking for an auto-tune plugin, it's worth testing out the free trial for this one. Tune plugins have also released Vocal Chain and Tune Reverb. The Vocal Chain plugin has some body, air, and low-cut controls that may be interesting depending on your voice. Again, give it a test to see if it suits you. Great news for Osmose keyboard owners. Expressive has released a new free firmware update that gives you new features like the ability to press glide with external MIDI devices and also use the MPE arpeggiator with external MIDI. You also now have the option to save preset favorites and create playlists, and they've added a new sound bank management system. There are several other improvements as well. You can read all about the new features and download the new firmware on the Expressive site. All right, I've got some deals and another freebie, but before we get to that, a word from our sponsor. Are you thinking about putting your music out there? Well, DistroKid is a simple and fast way to get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, pretty much everywhere. And DistroKid collects earnings for you when anyone plays or purchases your music. It's simple to use and includes tools that help you build your audience. I've created 2 videos on DistroKid that will probably answer any questions you have. You can watch them right here. And if you're ready to sign up, use the link below to get 7% off your first year of membership. So, do we have any deals this week? Yes, first is the deal from Native Instruments. If you're buying Komplete 15 and if you pre-order it early, you're going to get the full version of Neutron by Isotope. That's a limited time deal, and I'll put a link directly to the deal below. Next up, Heaviosity is having a sale right now, up to 75% off their instruments. Great for cinematic sounds if you're looking for that. If you're looking for a good subwoofer and studio monitor setup, the Kali Audio WS 6.2 subwoofer is on sale right now. I'm actually using it in my studio with the Kali LP6 monitors, and if you need more bass, they will definitely give it to you. Highly recommended. In fact, I'm going to be comparing these studio monitors to lots of others in the market to see which one comes out on top very soon. All right, one more freebie this week, and it's from our friend Venus Theory. Venus Theory is a fellow YouTuber who has awesome videos about music production, and he's released a new instrument he created himself built on the Decent Sampler, totally free. And he says this is the start of a series of free instruments he'll be creating. So why is he doing this? Well, watch his video. I'll link it below, and you'll find a link to his new Polyscape instrument there as well. And hey, since it's free, you might want to check out his sample packs and Patreon if you'd like to support his work. Now, if you want to find out what feature took me by surprise on the new Launchkey Mark IV, watch the video right here. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you soon.